Say hi. Hello everyone, so good to see you. I'm happy you're here for another video. This video I thought would be useful for people that may just need to know like what's going through a vegan's head when we're in social situations so that no one feels awkward. Hoping it would help both sides of the party here, like the vegans and the non-vegans. Personally, I've been vegan for a couple years and my husband's not. I have two sisters that are vegan, and one of my sisters, her husband is also vegan. So there's a couple of us, but most of my family is not. Besides obviously my daughter is, Giselle, but yeah. And trust me, I know that everyone has good intentions on both sides. So this is not to make anybody feel bad. This is just to be helpful. First of all, like we could, but we're choosing not to. So it's just that we don't eat those animal foods, but it's not, I'm totally choosing it. And I'm happy that I'm choosing it. No one's forcing me to do it. I had to move because Giselle was trying to grab the camera. Anyway, yeah, I just think it's better not to make a big fuss about it. I always come prepared knowing that I might not be accommodated, and that's fine. And I love getting asked questions, and I have no problem with that. Like, of course, I'm excited if someone's interested in my vegan lifestyle and wants to learn about it. But if people are going to ask, then they need to be prepared to hear real answers. Like, some people ask and then they're upset when I tell them, you know, what I believe or why I'm doing it, even though they asked. So if someone asks me this, I'm still really nice and I'm not mean. But these are just things that really bother me that I get asked by people. People, like, they feel sorry for me, like, oh my gosh, how do you live? Like, as if food is the only thing, the taste of food is the only thing that makes me happy. But I do eat really tasty food anyway. But I feel like some people think that I lead this like sad, depressing life because I'm not drinking milk anymore. And then the other thing that I really hate getting asked is when people say, well then what's the purpose of animals? What's their purpose here on the world? Okay, what's your purpose here on the world? Why is anyone here? I think most people bring it up for religious purposes, but there's no need to like get into religion and like God put animals on the earth for us to eat them. That's why he put them here. I think that's a really dumb question. Who says that? And he said it and then he laughed afterwards and I was like, ha 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 ha. I don't do that to people. Like, if I'm with a non-vegan and like my husband or someone and he or she like bites into a hamburger, I don't all of a sudden stop and be like, oh my gosh, you are damaging your heart right now as we speak. You're building up plaque in your heart, you're ruining your intestines, your colon. No, it would make people really uncomfortable if I started talking about that stuff as they're eating it. So I don't know why he had to bring up something uncomfortable for me. So I don't know if that's trying to make me feel better, or if I guess they're trying to rationalize why they're doing it. And here's the thing too that I think people forget is that I've only been vegan for 2 years, so that means that most of my life I was not. So I know what it's like to be I know what it's like to have that perspective on the other side. But now I think it's good for people to know kind of what goes through my head now when I see them. So when I see people, first of all, I don't sit there and go, oh, I wish I was eating that, I'm craving that. I don't do that. I'm really not craving those things anymore. I see pain, I see suffering, I see blood, death. I try not to preach in social situations because I know people think that's annoying, so I try not to lecture or preach to people about veganism. Just like you probably wouldn't want to hear about someone else's religion randomly, like without them asking you first. People don't like that. But if people start to preach to me, like why I shouldn't be doing it, or, you know, on their own without me saying anything, then yeah, I probably will preach back. One thing that I think was really helpful for me, because I feel like there's some people that would like to be more on a vegan lifestyle, but they're nervous, you know, social situations. But the best thing that was told to me by my friend Tiandra was just tell people that you're being true to yourself. So hopefully this kind of helped some of you just gain some perspective on both sides of this. And obviously this was just my take on it. So there's so many vegans out there that might have a different opinion on this, but this is just me. This is how I handle my social situations. And if you have vegans at your Christmas feast, then hopefully this kind of helps. All right, well, I love you guys. Bye.